SD Motorsports on AM 1170. The Answer is sponsored by Love Radio Network.
This is the San Diego Motorsports Show on AM 1170 The Answer. If it's a car, motorcycle, boat, or anything else with an engine in San Diego, it's on the San Diego Motorsports Show. Now, here's your host, Dave Stahl.
All right, folks. Hey, welcome. This is SD Motorsports, new time slot. Great afternoon broadcast, 50,000 watts of rockin' and rollin' motorsports. All right, hey, we have got another special guest on the line. We have got, is this Jake Bagnell, if I'm not mistaken?
Uh-huh.
How you doing, buddy?
How are you doing, David?
I'm doing better than you. What you up to?
Just recouping from this morning.
Oh, please. You didn't have to do a thing. You had your son doing everything. You had your crew doing everything. By the way, folks, this is Jake Bagnell, and it's bagoracing.com if you want to take a look. Land speed record attempt driver. Not him personally. His son does it. I thought for sure he was doing it, and that scared me. But, yeah, unfortunately, I guess we got rained out at Bonneville this year.
Yeah, second year in a row. It's the first time in 100 years that's ever happened.
God, isn't that
They've only lost it, I think, 2 other times before this.
Interesting. Now, do you ever go to, what's the other one?
Oil Mirage?
Yeah.
No, they really don't have a class for our bike. And
really?
That's the first problem. The second problem is you have this the dust and dirt.
Yeah, isn't it dirt? Isn't it a dirt track or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Salt's much way better. Not that it's any good for the bike, but I mean it's easier to control.
Yeah, you have one problem at one place and a different problem in the other.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not going to go to Bonneville, needless to say, but so you're kind of on a campaign to raise funds for the cause, because I mean, let's face it does take money to get you from point A to point B. Yes,
sir. We're always looking for a sponsor. If we could find one main sponsor, it would sure help.
Sure, and that's
we give them a lot of advertising in different places.
Absolutely, radio, TV, the whole 9 yards. That's bagoracing.com. But we got to give a little bit of a shout out to your son, because I was totally shocked this morning when I found out he's one of only 8 metal shop classes in in California, and not only being one of 8. But he's kind of an award-winning manager in the metal shop department amongst all the schools.
What's really strange is in 2012 he was a science teacher of the year for the state of California, and then in 2013 he was nominated again, and he turned it down. He declined it. He said, "No, give it to somebody else. Give somebody else a chance to win this thing." And they can't believe that they have a science teacher in his caliber. He used to work for the Navy. He was a wildlife biologist for the United States Navy.
Doesn't even look that old.
San Clemente Island.
No kidding.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talents. It's just that he kind of fell in love with being in the auto shop and everything, and then doing his own thing.
Well, the acorn doesn't fall too far from the tree, but I'm sure most of this intelligence came from his mom.
Yeah, exactly.
No offense. I've seen you. I mean, hello. I mean, come on. Let's face it. I mean, and he's articulate. He's a good-looking guy. He's clean cut. He doesn't have tats. He's not anything like you. He's not anything. You look like a '60s hippie.
Oh, give me a break.
That walks real slow. That's the only thing I can say. You're walking a little on the slow side, but no. All kidding aside.
Will do that to you.
I hear you, brother, but no, all kidding aside. You got to be extremely proud of that boy. I mean,
I'm so proud of him.
Geez.
Not only that, he works for these kids. You get a lot of teachers, anybody can teach them.
Oh, yeah.
Supposedly, But he really cares about his students. He really loves his students.
Now, he rides the bike. He is your actual only rider. I know you made a comment after I put Dan Plant on it this morning, like, hey, no one else is ever got on that bike.
No, nobody else is, except for Larry Storch, who did the body work with me. He's been a lifelong friend. Really, nobody's ever been on the bike.
And is that guy a craftsman or what? Because none of those parts and pieces came off the shelf. Those were all handmade. I mean, just like back in the day.
Yeah. Well, we designed it, and I designed what I wanted, and Larry kind of helped me. But he's been doing that with me since we were, in high school or college. I mean, I don't even know how long I've known the guy.
Well, how would you know what you wanted? How did you know what you wanted? I mean, that's been bugging me ever since I met you.
Well, you've got to, first of all, you got to go to the rule book. You start at the rule book, and they tell you what you have. What are your parameters? And then I was kind of a disciple of Shelby when he was running in everything from the Cobra Daytona, which had the same problems we have. And if you look at the Daytona, off the hood and off the back end, that's what I modeled it after. And then you have a Coke bottle design. Like if you look at all of our fighter jets, the way they're made, if you look at them from the top down, it looks like a Coke bottle. And so that's what cuts the air. When I worked at Geraldton as a kid, he gave me a book on aerodynamics, and I read this thing, and he kind of went through it with me. And I learned a lot just from a belly tank, a simple belly tank that they raced in the late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah. I never even dawned on me until you just mentioned it. It does look like a bottle. I mean, a Coke bottle, but I didn't really know why. So you find that to be the most aerodynamic form when it comes to what you're trying to do.
Well, for what we have like the front of the frame has to be completely stock because we have no cradle. And the back half is what I can modify, and that's how Jacob gets his knees and his butt and all that. He gets it in so close. And then his knees, once the wind goes around the cylinders, it follows his legs and then follows the back of the motorcycle.
Interesting. So and this has never even been wind tunneled. I mean, it's not like you, because I know you don't have the money for that, but I mean, you were able to get a pretty slick, package without going to a wind tunnel.
Yeah, I've just been
lucky.
I've been really lucky working around cars all my life and motorcycles that you kind of pick stuff up and then look what people are doing. There's like I really wish I could get my hands on a brand new Honda Road Racer.
I'm working on that Monday. I'm leaving Tuesday, but I'll get you a fairing for your motorcycle.
Oh my Lord! If we could do that, because
you'll like me again.
Yeah, we'll invite you over for dinner.
I might even get a gas pump. Who knows?
Well.
Oh, listen to you. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot those are your children. You would give away Jacob before you'd give away a gas pump. You're so bad. I'm calling your wife.
I'll tell you, I really love my boy. He has done real well.
Yeah,
and,
yeah he has. Jeez.
That bike, he's the one that got me to build the darn thing to start with.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, you were never really into bikes. I mean, you were more into cars, weren't you, than bikes?
Yeah, it's I've done it all my life, but off and on. I drag raced for Kawasaki in late '69 when they had the Blue Streak.
I remember that
old 3-cylinder.
Yeah, those were the great bikes.
Yeah, I had a national record with that, and then Speedway bikes. Larry Costa, he rode one of my bikes for me. He was third in the nation.
Wow.
And, we took it over to England, did real well with it over in the British Speedway League. So it's just a matter of building whatever you enjoy.
I know. Have you ever been to Isle of Man yet?
No, I never, ever have done that. And we watch it every year.
Is it on your list? Is it on your bucket list?
You know what? After what I went through in 2013, I don't know what's on my bucket list anymore. I go day to day.
You and me both. If I wake up and I open my eyes and they're open, I'm golden.
Exactly.
I mean, I may not go as quick as I used to, but in fact, it was funny because last weekend I was with Honda in some Rancho Santa Fe, and they had a go-kart, and they had this hot shoe 15-year-old. Dude, I was on him. I mean, I was close. I didn't get him, but I was on him. He had me I was about 30 pounds over, but I was good. I was going, I'll be 70 years old this month, and I'm still hammering it.
I tell you, if you've got that in your heart,
yeah,
it doesn't matter if you're 77,
ain't it the truth?
17, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
It's there.
It just hurts more when you mess up after.
yeah, it takes a little longer to heal. I tell you what I'd really like to do is, my boy and I have talked about just taking the cheapest way we can get there and going start at Le Mans and work our way around Germany and then Speedway into Czechoslovakia.
Okay, I'll be your driver. How's that? I'll come over and I'll be your driver.
That sounds good.
We'll work
really
out.
does.
We're going to work out something. All right. So if anybody wants to help you guys out, get to Bonneville next year. It's www.baggo.racing.com. Right?
Thank you, David.
Did I do good with that?
Bye now.
Can I go now?
Yeah, you can go.
I'm just checking, teacher. I mean, it's 3 o'clock. Hey, it's 4 o'clock. Class is over. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye, man.
All right, man. I love you. All right, folks. Hey, we're going to have to hit the road. Trail. I'll be back next week with more right here on KCBQ AM 1170. We are the answer.